на территории, у которой нет границ.
A compelling detective story, a cloak and dagger action and a romantic drama, all these stories were taken from real life. The history of Kazakhstan is inseparable from the world history. Reflections on history, our version.
A bright image. The wife of the Khan was tall. A beshmet with velvet outer and a fur edging clung to her strong body. A huge kimeshek, a married woman's hairdress made of white silk, emphasized her height. The Khan's wife was about 40 years old. There were no wrinkles on her round face, with prominent cheekbones. Her wide-set black eyes glowed vividly and looked younger under her thin black eyebrows. The Khan of Junior Jus Abul-Gair had 4 wives. He inherited the first from his deceased elder brother. The Khan married his 3rd wife, who was Jungar, for political reasons. He married his last wife, who was Bashkir, for the same reasons. However, the only woman he loved was Bopai's beauty. Bopai was a memorable person. Her name sticks in your mind and her image associates with a mighty woman and a strong, uncompromising ruler. This woman had a very strong, power-loving character. She showed great diplomacy and people obeyed her, which was her distinctive trait. Chapter 1. A Love Story. Abul-Gair-Chan was not only strong-willed, but also handsome. According to his contemporaries, he was a fine figure of a man. His wife, Bopai, was extremely beautiful too. She was a strong-willed and intelligent woman also. She is called Abul-Gair-Khan's co-ruler, the first female politician in the Kazakh Khanate. According to some data, she was the daughter of a rich and influential Kazakh sultan. Other informational sources say that she was also not born in a noble family. They were quite well-to-do. According to Kazakh legends, this woman had a beautiful appearance and a brilliant mind. When Abul-Gair Sultan was unknown and poor, he saw Bopai for the first time while staying in a rich elder's village. He immediately fell in love with her. He concealed that he was an aristocrat and started working as a shepherd for the beauty's father. He was tall, stately, bald, and had a proud bearing. It was impossible not to fall in love with him, and Bopai accepted the young man's love. The young Bopai's smile was charming, and her voice was gentle and authoritative. Her movements were easy, and she rode her horse easily and naturally. When his beloved one was expecting a child, Abul-Gair dared to ask her parents to let them marry. The girl's father did not want to consent. Although he was a descendant of Genghis Khan, a poor shepherd was no match for his daughter. The girl's father demanded an unreasonable kalim, which included 40 stallions with white legs and 40 black stallions. Janibek Bagator helped Abul-Gair. The wedding took place and soon Abul-Gair became the Khan. Some people say that he got to the throne because of his wife. Chapter 2. Always Together. Bopai was held in considerable respect. She had influence over governing the horde. She had a seal with her monogram, which was not common among people who were used to treating women as slaves, excluding them from any public affairs. A husband's business and his wife's intention, it is said that Bopai was the first to approve of her husband's decision to become Russia's protectorate. Say that building a city near the Or River was her idea, Afterwards, she said about the desire to build a city, and it was always be there, which confirmed this fact. Abul-Gair-Chan chose this place and asked the Russian Empress Anna to build a fortress there in order to protect the Kyrgyz people from their enemies. Perhaps there were two main features. First, the city was built in accordance with a plan, which was unusual. In addition, Neplyuev himself developed the plan. Second, Orenburg was the largest city. There were no cities like it, and either before or after the building. Although Orenburg was a city built on Abul-Gair-Khan's initiative, he could not find a place for himself there. Under Neplyuev, the relationship between Russia and the Khan deteriorated. At that time, Abul-Gair-Khan's son, Khosh was held as an honorable hostage, and Neplyuev did not agree to replace him with another son. Probably the governor thought in this way he would be more obliging. Abul-Gair even threatened to make war and probably besiege the fortress where his son was kept. About 1,500 horsemen surrounded the fortress and tried to liberate his son. Then Khosh was taken to Kazan. It is supposed that Bopai initiated this. Finally, the Empress had to interfere because the Khan appealed to her. However, it did not stop the hostility between Neplyuev and Abul-Gair-Khan. Only Bopai managed to handle the relationship between them for a while.
On
one hand, she undoubtedly used her natural diplomatic skills. On the other hand, she used her feminine qualities, and in addition, she was quite an educated and cultured person for that time to be an equal partner in dialogue. She was similar to her husband. She was strong, power-living, charming, and held independent opinions. Probably she was the only Kazakh woman of that time about whom a great amount of documents have remained. The majority of these documents, Bopai is mentioned together with Abul-Gair-Khan. She was mentioned in difficult issues concerning land, water, and nomadic matters in negotiations with the Russian government. She settled controversial issues and wrote documents. The documents signed by her have been preserved in St. Petersburg. She often was present at government decision-making, supporting her husband. Often her opinions and wise, eloquent speeches made a leading part and changed the situation. She had remarkable public speaking skills. She could make a speech at political meetings, although according to tradition, women did not always have the right to speak there. Bopai was present at all the meetings summoned by the Khan and spoke after Abul-Gair-Khan made his speeches. Nobody could say anything against her words. Everyone agreed that all she said was true. There was not only governmental correspondence. For example, when Bopai wrote to Neplyuev, her writing style was lively and easy. It was not a problem for her to ask him for a personal favor, and the governor could never refuse her requests. Bopai had a special personal relationship with Neplyuev. If Abul-Gair-Khan spoke harshly to him, Bopai, as a woman, talked to Neplyuev in a wise manner, considering herself equal to him. She asked her to send some cosmetic products and wrote that she wanted to look very young as usual. Probably she wanted to soften the sharp words of her powerful husband. First of all, Bopai was a beautiful woman. This is how English traveller John Cassell, who visited Abul-Gair-Khan's throne in 1736, saw her. It is the only portrait of Bopai done during her lifetime. She is very attractive, however Castle depicted her more beautiful to a certain extent because that time she was in her late 50s. Nevertheless, I don't think that he greatly exaggerated her beauty. According to the remaining data, the Khan's wife liked beautiful clothes, jewellery, and was fond of entertainment too. Abul-Gair-Chan said he was going to take his wife and his young daughter-in-law to Orsk so that he could listen to Russian music. Tivkilov said that when Abul-Gair-Chan and his wife arrived, besides listening to Russian music, he could also show them fire entertainment they had never seen before. Sometimes Bopai could disagree with her husband, even in public. But in spite of this, they still managed not to lose the Khan's dignity. Were always together and apparently were happy. She gave birth to her last daughter 2 years before Abul-Gair-Chan's death. It was approximately in 1745. Can you imagine she became mother at the age of about 60? Before that, she gave birth to about 5 sons and 2 or 3 daughters. On August the 1st, the happy life of Bopai was ruined. Chapter 3: The Steppe Vendetta. Most of all, I asked to let